Perfect.
Hello, this is Daniel, and
This is Stephanie.
and we're doing the group collaboration for lesson 2. So the first question we have here. So the first question we have here is a child with blood type O, Rh minus, and M is born to a woman and gives her blood type. Hello, we're still here? I think we're still here. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. So since the mother is ORH minus, she would have this same genotype. And since MN, instead of being MM, she would have be MN. So the child would get one M from mom, and the child would have to get another M. 1 second. Dad is M, so his genotype would be MM. So he would get one M from mom, since she's MN, and he would get one M from dad, and he's also one of the next one was for the let's see, dad is what dad would be, he would be I, yeah, he would be IAIA, or rather, no, sorry. I, and then he would get one little I from dad, and then for RH. So that would be RH plus RH minus dad. So yeah, that would be their genotypes, the mom and dad. And so that was part A. Okay, so then part B is what proportion of children born to a man with the genotype and a woman with another genotype will have blood types B, Rh minus, and Mn. So what I did was I made 3 monohybrid crosses for each trait between the 2 pairs, mom and dad, and then I took the proportion of each genotype that will match the one that we're looking for, B, Rh minus, and Mn, or rather that phenotype, I should say. And I multiplied the proportion for each trait by each other and got one out of 32. This genotype and woman with, this is part C of question 1, will have blood types A, Rh minus, and M. So they give another phenotype. I did the same thing again, got 3 out of 64. So part D. Okay. Who has says he could not be the father of a child with blood types, and it gets the blood type of the child. The mother of this child has blood type, and it gives her blood type. It just gives the phenotypes, not the genotypes. Is this man correct? Explain. Okay, so the child the child is going to be actually this so what was it? The child will be RH minus RH minus. So so the child could get M from the child could get M from the mom because the mom is MN, and you could get an M and an N from dad because dad is N. So his genotype would be N accurate. And as for RH minus, so the mom and dad are both RH plus, but they could be like this. They could be RH plus, RH minus. In which case, the child could get RH minus from mom and from dad, and would get RH minus. And as for the little I, dad is B and mom is A. So they could be a I, which one from mom and one from dad. So this is possible. So that would be the correct answer, that this is possible. A child of this couple. Yes.
The two. I'll erase that. And so for the first one, we're going to want to be a big R, little r, and then two little r's from the other. It'll give us 2/4 ratio. And for the other, we'll have to do a big P with a little p, and then another little p and little p. And so when we do that all together, it'll give us that 1:1:1 ratio. And so for B, we're going to look at a big R, and then a big R, little r again. And all little p's. So little p, little p, little p, little p. Those are all little p's. And that'll give us the 3:1, or the 3 rows and 1 single ratio. And so for C, we're going to look at big R, and then a little r, little r. And then going along with that, it'll give us the all little p's. We take these two and we cross them, it'll give us the one rows to 1 single ratio. And then for D, and so in order to do that, we need to do capital R with capital R, capital R. A heterozygous P, big P, big P, little p. And so by doing that, we'll get the 3 walnut, 1 rose ratio that we're going for. And so that'll take us to C.
Okay, so let's look at doing part A. Okay, so we have horses. We have Palomino horses, chestnut horses, and Cremello horses. So part A is, okay, so they give several examples of how they crossed horses of different colors. Palomino, so part A is explain the inheritance of these coat color phenotypes in horses. So when they crossed palomino with palomino, they had a ratio of about, not exactly, but approximately 2 palominos to every 1 and to every 1 cremello. So this ratio looks a lot like when you have a monohybrid cross, for example, and you have something like this. And when you cross them, you get something like this. You get a 1 to 2 to 1 ratio. Except in this case, well, I didn't write that right. Never mind. In this case, instead of getting 3 of the same phenotype and 1 of the same phenotype, and the what was it called? A genotype that's a cross between the chestnut and the cremello. So that's what I think is going on, and we agree on that, yeah. And part B is chestnut and cremello horses. So we came up with different ones. One I came up with was that the palomino. Let's do chestnut first. Chestnut would be CHCH. This is for chestnut. And then the cremello is CC, and then what do you call it? I'm sorry. Here. And CHNC. So up here, and C would be palomino. Yep, that's sort of what so we believe is going on here. Okay. All right.
Perfect. That'll take us to 4. And so if we look at 4, it is a fill in the blanks for most of them. So I will attempt to read the fill in the blanks. And so for A, the first blank is glycyl transversase. And the second blank is galactose. Yeah.
Galactose.
Galactose.
Yeah, galaxy.
Right. And so for B, we have overdominance. C, incomplete penetrance.
Penetrance, yeah.
Allele. And so that'll take us to G and to H, which are a little bit harder. And so when we look at the question, it'll take us to the maternal.
Yeah, maternal inheritance.
Maternal inheritance. And so with that, we just follow what the mom has. So for this mother, she has 30% capital D, 30% capital D, lowercase d, and then 40% lowercase. And so if we take that, we add the 30% and the 30%, that'll give us 60% to 40%, or a 3 to 2 ratio. And if we go down to H, which the mother has a 40% green plant and then the 60% white plant, so that'll give us a 2 to 3, or 2 green to 3 white ratio. So that'll take us to question 5.
Okay. Let me pull up my notes first. Okay, we're back. Sorry, don't know what happened there. Yeah. So 50% blacks, 50%. And so, so I did a monohybrid cross again, just like before, for each trait. And question A and B were the same way, just did monohybrid crosses. What I came up with was that for A, for 50% black and 50% black sepia cross with sepia, and then for B, did the same thing, monohybrid cross. It's SC black and white cross with SW sepia and white, and D the same thing, black and white cross with black and white, and that's it. Those are our answers. Yeah. Else want to say?
No?
All right.
Perfect.